Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So today the problem is upon theory of equations, and it's a very beautiful problem because in this we are going to learn how to manipulate certain expressions to suit our needs. Okay, so you can pause the video and give it a serious try, then you can come back later and see the whole solution. All right, so let's see what the problem is saying. Okay, so the problem is saying that there is a function given px which is like this. Okay, this is our function px, and it says that there are four roots: alpha, beta, gamma and delta, which belongs to the equation x4 minus x cube minus x square minus 1 is equal to 0, right? And we have to evaluate this expression. So before we move, I want to tell you that don't that this problem will not be solved by the traditional approach that we are going to find the alpha, beta, gamma and delta, because as you can see, this is a difficult expression to find its roots, right? Like, are we going to factorize it, or what are we going to do? Like, we can see that one of the okay, wait, this expression, I mean, yeah, are we going to factorize it or what? Okay, so like whether the one would be a root or not, then minus one you will try. So that finding the roots approach, that is a very traditional approach. We are not going to use that. Rather these kind of problems in which there are roots given, and these kind of expressions which are not easily solvable for the roots, like the equations for which you can't find the roots so easily, in that we have to use a tangent approach. We have to go by a tangent method. Okay, so we have to use some other tools. So what are the tools we have? We have one tool that, first let's see what this expression is. This is p alpha plus p beta plus p gamma plus p delta. That is this, right? Okay, so if you visualize this expression carefully, if you visualize this expression very carefully, then can we write it something like this? Like, let's say you have xx. Okay, I'm going to simplify this expression so that we don't have to write so many of alpha to the power 6 and alpha to the power 5. Like, if I write it plainly, then it would be like alpha 6 minus alpha 5 minus alpha cube minus alpha square minus alpha, then same thing for beta, right? We won't use that method. We are not going to use that. Okay, we will it not be better, that we first simplify that expression? Okay, which one? Which expression I'm talking about? This one. This expression we want to simplify a little bit. So how can we, like, if we visualize this thing, and if we want to modify it in these terms, right? So let's say here a power of 4 3 2. Okay, so let's say if we have x6 then x5, all right, fine, and then there is x square directory, right? Okay, so can we think like this? If we club, let's bring x to the power 6 here, and then let's bring x to the power 5, and let's also bring x square. Okay, and the rest of the things are these, right? Okay, now let's bring x to the power 2 out. This is x to the power 4 minus x cube minus 1, right? What is this? What is this from here? So if you see, and if you bring x square here, then this is simply x square, right? So this becomes x4 minus x cube minus x, right? And what is x4 minus x cube minus? So if you see this expression, what is it? It is simply 1 plus x square. From here using these equation, can we write, let me show you. x4 minus x cube is equal to 1 plus x square. Okay, all right, so this would be simply 1 plus x square. So now our equation becomes it's 1 plus x square minus x. What is this? This is basically px. This is now a new px, right? This is now a new px. So I've simply modified, or you can say manipulated, this equation, this large equation, into this small looking equation, right? All right, so if we write now p alpha and plus, let's say, p beta plus p gamma plus p delta. What it will be? 1 plus alpha square minus alpha. And I'm not going to change the order, because let me show you. 1 1 1 plus beta square plus gamma square plus delta square minus beta minus gamma minus delta, and here there are plus. So this row, this column will evaluate to 4, right? Now what is alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus delta square? This thing. And then what is this thing? So let's look at this equation, this one. What does this tells us? What does this tells us? Okay, this equation, let me show you. If we write here alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta, that would be 1, right? Okay. Now what is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma delta plus delta alpha? What is that equal to? That would simply be 1, right? Actually, that would be, you say here there is a negative sign, right? So that would be -1, in fact. Okay. Now, can we? So we get alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta. Now we want this. This is alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus delta square. How are we going to get it? We will simply square. Okay. We will simply square. Okay. So let's do it here. That. Let me use some other color actually. Yeah, that would be better. Here we are going to find alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus delta square. So let's write it and simply square it. That would give us alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus delta square plus 2 times of alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma delta plus delta alpha. This is 1 is equal to alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus delta square plus 2 times of, and as we saw its value here we saw its value, right? Okay, so let's club that value, and that would be -1, that would be 3, right? Simply bring it to this side. Okay, so then what do we get? We get that here alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus delta square, that is 3. And what is alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta? We can see here. It is simply 1. It is simply 1, right? So that is what we're going to do. And the answer is simply 6. So that is the final answer. So you can comment down that which are the steps that you think is quite tricky, or do you think that this approach was better, and what was your approach compared to your approach, and if you have some other much better or shorter method, then you can definitely comment down. Okay, so thank you for watching.